Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. um whew, okay, I have to figure out where to start because this story I'll be telling today is it's not that something funny. I don't want it to seem to be funny or entertaining, and this story really happened. Like, I can't joke with such things, or I can't just sit down and say, hey, let me just forge a story or something. The people who were involved in this are still there. I don't have contact with them anymore, but if you guys really want me to, like, I don't know, contact any of his friends, um, let me know. But I don't really feel like it's necessary because this happened 10 years ago, and I feel like we just all want to forget what happened and move on with our lives. Also, I don't want anyone to like feel sorry for me, and say, hey, whatever, because I'm over it. It was 10 years ago, and I'm just over it. So I just want to tell you guys this story because some people might be going through the same situation right now and just need someone to talk to, or need someone who can relate to their feelings, or I don't know, like, don't have anyone to talk to. You can always inbox me. Here's my Snapchat, here's my Instagram. It's all Jayden Lewinsky. You can always DM me, and we can talk. So this happened when I was 13. We used to live in this hood area, and I used to date a guy. He was 16, and let's just call him Angel because to me he was an angel. Yeah, let's just call him Angel. So Angel wasn't living in my area. He was living some other places, like some blocks away from my areas. But he used to always chill at my side because of, I felt like it was because of me, and also because of his friends. So he was never really my boyfriend. Like, we never made it like really official, because first of all, it was just something childish. Can I say childish? Because 13, 16, you don't really know anything about relationship. And also we never got to that point because of what happened. But yeah, we used to go out together. We used to talk for hours in front of my door, in front of my house, and we used to, stroll around sometimes, and just do some activities, And yeah, one day he asked me on a date, and I can remember I was so nervous, and I was so nervous, and I went to my friend and I was like, yeah, he asked me out, and I'm so nervous. I have to look so good. We're going to, I think we were supposed to go to the cinema. And yeah, the same day that he asked me out was in a house party. Someone was throwing a house party. A older female. I think she was, back then, I feel like she was 25 or something, because she had a little daughter. And Angel was a really pretty guy. Honestly, he was Brazilian. He was really pretty, like, handsome, and he was a very nice person. So so this is what his friends told me, and this is also what was written in the newspaper. But before I get to that, I just want to say that I somehow don't believe everything, because I feel like, why would you want to murder someone because of something so unnecessary? Why do you want to take someone's life because of something so stupid? But then I feel like there are people out there who murder people for $5. Then, however, his friend told me that there was this party going on the same day. Me and him agreed to go out the next day, and there was this house party going on, and this female liked him a lot, and she was like, yeah, I'm throwing this house party, you can come to my house and you can sleep over. And his friends were, of course, like, pushing him, hey, she likes you and she's so fine and blah blah blah. What I was doing at that time and that night while they were in a house party, I was at home, I was being excited, I was talking to my friend on the phone, I called her with my house telephone, I was like, hey listen, Angel asked me out, I'm so excited, this and that. And she was like, yeah, go girl, after school tomorrow, yeah. And that night I was so nervous because I was first of all so excited, and that night I also couldn't sleep because it was so loud outside. Like the police were everywhere, like the noise was too much. And I was wondering, oh, why it's too late, like. But I wasn't like really surprised because you know the police often be in our hood because you know someone will fight or someone will whatever, like there was always something going on in that hood. So I couldn't sleep, I was nervous. The next day after school I met my friend in school and I was like, hey, did you hear that noise today night? And she was like, yeah, maybe someone said that something happened. And I was like, okay. And she was like, yeah, but I know what happened. Like, she said, yeah, but I know which person's house it was. And I was like, okay, really? And yeah, we weren't like really sure about what happened. So after school we went to the house where the police were, and in front of the door it was this black paint, like the police painted the door black. And me and her were so scared because we didn't know what it was. But if I think about it now, it probably was for fingerprints. That's what police do sometimes. I think to check people's fingerprints on the door, so they'll paint the door black. And we were just like scared, and we went back home. On the way home we met his friend, and the friend was like, hey, we need to talk. And I was like, yeah, what's up? Yeah, what's wrong? And he was like, I'm really sorry. Like, I'm really sorry. I could have tell him not to go. And I was like, woo, what are you talking about? And he was like, yeah, something happens with Angel. And I was like, what are you talking about? And then he now started telling me the story. And it happened that they went to this house party, everything was cool, they were drinking and having fun, and then suddenly the girl gets really drunk. And she was a kind of female, when she get drunk she get really aggressive. And he also said that he felt like he wouldn't really like her, so she was kind of annoyed. And she was also really drunk, so she decided to go out to the petrol station and get some more beer while the others keep on partying. And then she was looking for her wallet and she couldn't find her wallet. I don't know what happened, I don't know why she flipped out and why she got crazy. But the next thing, they started arguing. She and Angel started arguing. She accused him of stealing her money and wallet, and she got really aggressive, and they kept arguing and fighting. And then she took a knife and stabbed him, and this is how he passed away. And I remember that I was so like, I couldn't function at all because he was such a nice person. And I don't know, like, it's strange if you see someone every day and then you just stop seeing someone, and everything just ends in that moment. So yeah, that's how he died. And 1 month after, no, not 1 month, 1 year after, we left that area and we moved to another place. Of course, we all went to his ceremony, to his burial, and life had to go on. And after we moved, we're now staying here. 2 years ago, me and my mom, that's the funniest part, and that's the part that really makes me angry. This woman, she was white. I don't know if it has anything to do with the racism, if the judge were racist or whatever. I don't know. I don't want to accuse anyone. I don't want to say anything, but for me, I feel like it's unfair. It was unfair, and I feel like she deserved more. Sorry if I feel that way, but that's just my honesty. Anyways, this female, me and my mom was in the mall. Suddenly my mom was, look at her, and I was like, look at who? And she's like, look at the person who stabbed Angel. And I was like, I didn't know what she was talking about at first. I was like, which who? And this woman, can you imagine that this woman was working at a shopping mall 5 minutes away from my house, in a cosmetic shopping mall? It's so crazy how life is sometimes. Like, the murderer of your boyfriend is just working 5 minutes away from you. Keep going on with life like nothing happened. And then I sat there, I was just looking at her, but I was kind of scared because you can really see that she is still that kind of cold-hearted person from her face. So I was just looking at her, and she couldn't see me. She didn't know that I was looking at her. But I was just thinking, okay, this happened 10 years ago. 8 years ago, because it was 2 years ago. So this happened 8 years ago. She killed someone because she was looking for her wallet, and now she's just working and moving on with her life like nothing happened. And it kind of made me mad, because that means she didn't even last in prison for 10 years. So that means they let her out some years later for killing someone. However, I looked at her, I wanted to talk to her, and I was angry. I wanted to go to the shop and, tell her, hey, can you remember me? Do you remember my face? Do you remember those days? Like, I just wanted to talk to her, and I wanted to ruin her life. I wanted to go to her boss and tell her, hey, did you know that you hired a murderer? But no, at the end of the day, just because someone do you bad doesn't mean you have to do the person bad too. I believe in karma, so I believe that keep your karma clean, and the person will deal with his own karma in future. That's what I believe in. So yeah, that was the story about how my boyfriend got murdered. And some people might think, oh, you was just 13, what did you know when you was 13? Or, oh, you guys weren't really dating. I mean, even if we weren't really dating, we were talking. He was supposed to be my potential boyfriend. He was a very nice person, was also a good friend. And with 13, you know what you're doing. It's not like you're a little child. And at the end of the day, I've been through a lot, but I'm not sad about it. I'm happy that I've gone through this, because I wouldn't be the person I am. And I thank God, for letting me go through this and giving me such a big personality, such a strong personality, because really now I can say of myself that nothing can bring me down. The only thing that can really destroy me or really bring me down is when my mom dies, or my sister, or someone very close to me. But as for now, my life is very good. Like, I don't have everything I wish for, but I'm satisfied, because believe me, there's some crazy shit happening out there. And I mean, I come every day, I've eaten, I have a place to sleep, so why not be happy? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the story, and if you can relate to me, if you lost someone in a tragic way and you need someone to talk to, you can either comment below if you want to, or privately just text me. And I always have an open ear to listen to you guys' story. And I wish you all a nice day, and I will see you in my next video.